Right, and welcome everybody. You'll notice I have a very different backdrop. I'm in my grandson's bedroom while everybody's downstairs having a little bit of a family dinner tonight. Happy to be with you tonight from their house. But the beautiful thing about this business, as we all know, is that we can do it almost from anywhere. And I will start the slideshow. Teresa, can you give a thumbs up if you can see my NewAge live screen? Teresa Hammond, can you see the NewAge slide screen? Just thumbs up. Or Anthony, can you see it? All right. My name is Rick Redford. I'm Area President of North America and happy to be with you tonight as your host, as I normally am, coming to you from just south of Salt Lake City. And here's a couple of bits of information just so you know. So on our NewAge Live, and this will be how we'll do recognition now. So tonight, we have the RX titles. Next week will be the old RX titles, as well as the first NewAge titles from the Noni Convergence. And then on the 26th will be the last Noni titles and the last RX titles with some of the NewAge titles on the Noni side. And by the 2nd of August, all NewAge titles moving forward. So just to give you a little bit of a expectation. Sorry, 4x4 Supercharged is going on through the end of July. And this will give you an idea. So you enroll 4 new reps and 4 new customers. The reps have to be at least 250 points. And you are part of the 4x4 Supercharged. There's still a few spots left. I will say the first 50 have been taken up. So the extra AORs, our opportunity credits, are already spoken for. However, everyone that does this still will get a Connect Live free ticket. Right now, those tickets are $99.95 value at early bird pricing, but they will go up as we get closer. And as well as the first 500 who enroll 2 people, at least 2 people, will get 100 options and 100 stock options, and excited about the future of our stock, as well as most of you are, I know. Let me... excuse me. Okay. So there are still some spots. Actually, the first 500 have already been spoken for. However, I am going to take this for another couple of weeks. Hopefully we'll make it all the way through July. But if not, and we get close to the end, I will let you know that. So those spots are still available to enroll 2 people, at least 2 people, and you get options. Also, our Wellness Wednesday. This Wednesday, we have our own Christine McKay, who's going to be talking to us about Go Time, which is an energy drink that is from the Zenoa brand, one of my new favorite products. Very convenient, take on the road with you in little sachets. It's awesome. Also, between now and the end of July, you have Purity water bottle and filter that's on Loyalty Shopping. For those of you who don't have a Purity water bottle and filter, you need to have one. My wife was part of our church group, went to girls camp this last week and dipped her water bottle in the lake, in a mountain lake, and was drinking fresh water. And all of the other people that were there were like, "What are you doing drinking this water?" And she's like, "Taste it. It's fresh water." They couldn't believe it. So everywhere you go, it's your own, like every flight I take, I have my water bottle. And every time I'm on a flight, somebody says, "What is that? That looks different." It's your own walking billboard and business card. So if you don't have one, you need to. Also, during this month of July, we're powering up. You come in as an active member, you're powered up automatically to business. You come in as a business level, powered up to elite, come in as elite, you're powered up to ultimate. If you are of a level that you want to upgrade, give us a call. We'll help you power up. You just have to do a little bit and you can power up as well. Also, the convention or the conference tickets are still early bird pricing, as I said, at $99.95. And if you want to buy a 10-pack, you get 9 at early bird price, and the 10th is free. Great opportunity right now to commit. October 22nd and 23rd is our event in Salt Lake City. We're very excited about this. So let's move on to the recognition. We'll bring on my partner, business partner, and neighbor at our office, Mr. Dan Colley. Dan, are you there?
I'm here, Rick. Can you hear me okay?
I can, yeah, there you
Good.
are. And I'm going to show the next slide first, which is the NewAge pins. So if you want to take a picture of this, it's the same titles as you know, but with the NewAge logo with some stones, a little bit of color to it, little blue, little green, little dark blue, little black, little silver.
Those are hot.
Those are awesome, aren't they?
Actually, this is my first time seeing that slide. I freaking love those. That's amazing.
Those are so cool. I know. I want to be, what's this over here with all the diamonds on it? That's what I want to be. I want to be that title.
Yep, lots of bling on that one.
A lot of bling. Cool. Awesome. All right. Well, let's hear it for our new team leads. You earn this with 100 USD of lifetime earnings. Sharon Whitlaw from Tennessee.
We have Joanne Smith, Alabama.
Evan Premer from Colorado.
Rebecca Johns, Michigan.
Vanderel Jenkins from Alabama.
Miriam Dominguez, Texas.
Kelly Langley from North Carolina.
Chi Yang, California.
Robin Crawford from Texas.
Elizabeth Almeida Tellez from Kansas.
Kristen Faulkner from Texas.
Keith Hunter, Alabama.
Nicholas Smith from Oklahoma.
And Jane McCord from Texas.
And from our friends up north in Canada, Sharon Elder from Alberta.
Carmen L. Miller from Alberta.
Chloe Belisle from Quebec.
Rosario Herrera from Ontario.
Sandra Robinson from Quebec.
Martine Rochetti from Quebec.
Marie-Michelle Richard from Quebec. Let's hear it for our new team leads. Awesome.
Awesome. Outstanding.
Cool. Also, now let's hear it for our new senior team leads. And you earn this with lifetime earnings of 200 USD. Summer Estes from Utah.
Gabriel Hoagland from Michigan.
Madhavi Vemulapalli from California.
Uche Agbakoba from California.
Kim Meyer from Wisconsin.
Beryl Perry, Tennessee.
Dayali Andon from Florida.
Jerry Forbes, Louisiana.
Jody Flynn from California.
Manuel de Jesus Chavez from Missouri.
Jennifer and Lance Lorenz from Wyoming.
Robert Merton from Florida.
Del Rita Todd from North Carolina.
Gary Mustian from Colorado.
Elizabeth Davis from Kentucky.
Michelle Krebs, Mississippi.
This might be a little bit of a misprint. Greg Tedrow from Utah. That's his. He's up from the Noni side, so
yeah.
I think that was
yeah,
a little
that's
bit
probably
of
a misprint on that one.
Yeah. But congratulations, Greg, for whatever title you are today. Dennis Perron from Quebec.
Pauline Mathieu from British Columbia.
And Janelle R. Brewer from British Columbia. Let's hear it for our new senior team leads.
Outstanding, you guys.
Awesome.
Well done.
Nice job. And new supervisors, and you earn this with lifetime earnings of $400 US. Robert and Kenyatta Morris from Arkansas.
Sherry Cardona from California.
Carolyn Resendez from Virginia.
Harry Thorpe, Florida.
Marilyn Araujo from Wyoming.
Mildred Vaklovic from Texas.
Danielle Schum from Indiana.
Carla Roethlisberger, Michigan.
Give me 1 second. I've got a son-in-law from Brazil. He's like the loudest person in world's history. Carla Roethlisberger from Michigan. Did we already do that?
Yeah, I did that one. That's okay.
Cool. Well, okay. Luz Adalia Carrion from California.
There you go. Christine Dingman, Colorado.
Carla got 2 recognitions tonight. Marva Bragg from Missouri.
Nicole Gribstad, California.
And Diane Ray from Ohio. Congratulations, our new supervisors.
Up, everybody.
Well done. New senior supervisor, and you earn this with lifetime earnings of $600 US. Chris Brisky from Florida.
Andrea Davison Deal from New York.
Leah Carey from Nebraska.
Stephen Thibodeau from Florida.
Daramingus from Tennessee.
Jamie Sue from California.
Maria Marquez from New Mexico.
Jim Eckert, Wisconsin.
Devin Sims from Alabama.
Tammy Atkinson, Texas.
Michelle Schneider from Wyoming.
Jamie Phelps, Colorado.
Marina Bruschko from Illinois.
Jeff Onstadt from Louisiana.
And Estelle E. Desjardins from Quebec. New senior supervisors.
Great job.
Well done. That's so exciting. And let's hear it for new managers, and you earn this with lifetime earnings of 800 USD. Mark Hood from Florida.
Renee Jones, Alabama.
Lisa D. Bowers from Tennessee. Let's hear it for our new managers. Well done. Well done. All right. And new senior managers, and you earn this with lifetime earnings of 900 USD. Robin Parker from Colorado.
And Melody Collier, Tennessee.
Way to go, Melody. Hot Chocolate from Tennessee. Way to go.
Hot chocolate.
That's actually her on-screen name.
I know.
Way to go, Melody. Well done.
I love it.
She's an awesome person. Love talking to her. All right. Not that you aren't, Robin. Sorry. I'm sure you are as well. We have a new senior officer tonight with 13,334 pay line volume, my friend.
Awesome. Senior
Ready
officer.
for this? Let's hear a drum roll.
It's just...
Let's hear it for Pat Decker from Michigan. Well done.
Yeah, great job.
Way to go, Pat. A beautiful, lovely woman. Pat, congratulations. Our newest senior officer. That's awesome. Cool. Well, Dan.
Congratulations.
Thank you for being with me again tonight.
Hey, congratulations all of you who ranked up this week, and we're looking for more next Monday. So thanks, Rick, for the opportunity. Enjoy the rest of the call.
Absolutely. Thank you. All right. We have a couple of really great transformation stories. I'm excited to hear from both of them. First one up tonight, we have Paula Bosiner from, I actually think she's from Nova Scotia, which is really a beautiful spot, but she has a transformation story. She's also a senior team lead. So Paula, I made you a co-host so you can unmute yourself. Are you with us tonight? Paula Bosiner. There you are. You can unmute yourself because I made you a co-host.
Hey there.
There you are.
I did not expect to be on here tonight.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh my gosh.
That's okay.
I am so sorry.
No worries.
How about, well, you know what? What I love about this business is that we are ready to go at a moment's notice, right?
Sure.
Cool. Will you share with us your story?
Sure. So, yeah, I guess I've been with you guys for about 8 weeks, and I was seriously looking at another product, another company at the time, because I've been involved in several network marketing companies, but I haven't really had a lot of success with them. And I hadn't really, I guess, decided that I was going to really go for it. And so I would have a quick flux of success right at the beginning. And then that was it. And so I was looking at 2 different companies. And when I looked at the other one, and I actually had signed up for it. And then I talked to Julie, and we started looking at what is in the products. So I started thinking, okay, well, you know what? I won't put that on my skin on the other side. And for me, I'm a health coach. So I have always been very, very conscious of what I put into my body and also what I put on my body.
Mm.
So I started looking at the NewAge products and seeing how clean they were, and that there was no sugar, and there were a lot of things like stevia and things that I was very, very used to using. So I felt really comfortable with that, and I just really felt like I could stand behind the products. And I like the fact that you guys have a lot of products. So I just started sharing it, and I found out about the noni, and I actually didn't have it my first order, and one of our horses got hurt. He hurt his tendon quite badly, and it was swollen, and he was hobbling and limping, and this was a reoccurring thing, but this time he had really hurt it quite badly, and it was very swollen. So I called Julie and I said, Julie, my order's not in yet. Do you have a bottle to lend me? I want to put this horse on the noni. And my daughter was saying, well, just retire him. We've tried everything, just leave it be. And so I said, no, I'd like to try one more thing. So I put him on the noni the same day and put him on stall rest for 2 days. And I gave him 6 ounces of noni the first day, split in 3. And then for the first 3 days, and he absolutely loves it. When he sees the syringe, he comes right over and he starts licking his lips before he gets to me. So he's really funny. And then after 3 days, he was walking completely normal and trotting a little bit. So I put him outside, and then I put him on 4 ounces from then on. And then for I think I put him on 4 ounces for about 2 weeks, but within a week and a half, all the swelling was gone, completely gone. And it was not spongy anymore. And he's a high performance horse, so it's really a big deal when they do have a tendon injury. They're not performing anytime soon. So so after a week and a half, the swelling was all gone, and he was getting turned out every day, and he would trot a little bit and wander around and be outside for 6 to 10 hours a day. So he was out and he was getting exercise, and no more swelling. And so then we ended up, I ended up putting him on, cutting him back after about a month to just 2 ounces a day. And he's been on maintenance now for just the 2 ounces a day. And my daughter's now been riding him again for a month. And at walk trot, she's not doing anything major yet, but she's bringing him back. And he has not had one incidence of any swelling or lameness. And that's the only thing I changed in his diet. So
That's awesome.
yeah, and we are all taking it, and we're all having excellent results. Really, really loving it.
That's so
So
great. Thank you,
yeah.
Paula, for sharing that tonight. One of the things about animals, and I'm not an animal expert by any stretch of the imagination, I don't pretend to be, but animals don't give you like their opinion. They don't say this tastes bad, or yeah, I think it's working, or whatever. It either is or isn't, right? And so, people who have pets um, that are trying to stay more natural, noni is a great for all pets, and even if you just add some to their water or whatever the case is. So great story tonight, Paula, and thank you for just being available and spur of the moment. I know that you didn't plan on that, and I'm sorry about that. That was my fault.
Oh,
So
that's fine. That's
thank
fine.
you for being with us tonight, and thanks for sharing.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Awesome. That was a great way to start the call. I love that. And a couple of people are on there saying I love horses. I do too. They're such beautiful animals. My grandfather rode Arabians in the parade every year, and had a beautiful Arabian horse. It was just I grew up with that. I'm not a horseman by any stretch of the imagination, but maybe a rhinestone cowboy, if you remember what that was. Anyway, so Paula, thank you again tonight. All right, our next transformation story, I will share my PowerPoint, comes to us from Jen Stasel. And Jen, I believe, no, sorry, I thought I might have a before and after, but I don't. So Jen, she's a vice president please welcome to the call. Jen, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you,
There you
Rick.
are. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you. I'm excited to be
Awesome.
on here tonight.
Well, excited to have you. Thank you for being willing to do that. I know Chris Doyle is was singing your praises and said you need to get Jen on the call. So I said
Aw.
absolutely. So thank you for being willing to share. Go ahead, tell us your story.
All right, I would love to. First of all, I want to say congratulations to all those Tennessee gals leveling up tonight. Very proud of them. And I'll start out by saying I am a holistic practitioner. I run biofeedback scans in my business. I own a cold press business, juice business in Jackson, Tennessee. And I had a couple of issues pop up for myself. It started about 2 years ago. And I was having a lot of trouble trying to figure it out, what was going on and what the symptoms were is I was hemorrhaging. And I couldn't seem to get a handle on it. So I was trying everything. I was working with a naturopathic doctor. I was working with an MD and the scientists that work with the biofeedback scans that I run. And so a couple of years after working on this and getting really, really sick, I had to, I was in the store one day and Kristen come in and she looks beautiful all the time, but she started talking about these drops. Well, I had actually been introduced to the drops, but had kind of set them aside and just asked myself, what is it possible that these drops could do for me what I need done? And so I pulled the drops out and looked at the ingredients and they were homeopathic. There was homeopathics on there. Well, I'm trained in homeopathics. So to keep from going into a very long story, I tried the drops. I was on a very high prescription of progesterone, which my doctor did not want to keep giving me, but it was the only thing that was giving me any kind of relief. And I thought, well, if I'm going to really see how these drops work, I'm going to stop this. So I stopped the progesterone. I started using the drops, and within just a few days, everything was under control. I have to say, these drops were a miracle for me. And I think with all of my research that I've done on them since I started using them and have such amazing results with them, it is all about the combining. And being a juice connoisseur, it is super important to combine in proper amounts to work synergistically with the body. So it just blows my mind that these drops have been put together with all the cofactors to work to balance what you need balanced, to support what you need support on in the system, and not overdo or underdo anything. So, I mean, I had an incredible transformation.
Oh. Jen?
Drops then come in and help me so much with, I think, anxiety. I was experiencing extreme anxiety, and between that, support from the B12 and the Riadola, and then the Rejuvenex with that product, it made my job so much easier. So, I mean, this has just been such a wonderful experience for me that all I want to do is tell everybody. I mean, I have made myself a promise that I would share this with everybody that I come across. And that's what I have tried to do, because I want everybody to know how wonderful the combinations are, how wonderful the results are for me. And I think it can be the same for anyone else experiencing these kind of things. I mean, it doesn't just apply. I mean, I've blamed my situation on beginning menopause because I'm in my 50s, but it doesn't just apply to that. We have seen just incredible results with people of all ages. Kristen has her testimony to do with it, and I have several young women that have had wonderful results, and we all know the results that a lot of the men in this company have had. So I just highly encourage everyone to just share this, share my testimony, share anybody's you can find, because there's so many people out there that need help with this kind of thing. Hormone balancing is such a underrated, but a very extremely, it's out there everywhere. I mean, it's something that everybody needs to address, I think, or at least know about. So I told myself I wasn't going to go on a tangent, so I'm going to cut it off there. But I could go on and on about how wonderful the drops, the Rejuvenex, and the MOA. I have several family members that have wonderful testimonies on the MOA. My 17-year-old son, all the way to my 63-year-old husband. So we have just, our whole family has just had amazing results with it, and it's kind of interesting because I am a practitioner. It shouldn't have been so hard for me to figure this out, but I really give credit to the geniuses who put the products together and the proper combining. So I am eternally grateful.
Awesome. Jen, thank you for sharing that tonight. And I love everybody has their own transformation story, and it doesn't have to look like anybody else's. And we're all seeking for, I call it, we're all on the highway to health, not highway to hell like AC/DC, but highway to health. And we're all at different entrances and exits, and we all have different experiences, and amen to that. So congratulations, Jen. What a great story. And congratulations on all of your success as well. I know you're having a lot of success in business too. Cool. All right. Well, rounding out tonight's call and I'll call it the batting cleanup tonight. One of my favorite people. I know many of you have joined the call tonight to hear him, but Chairperson 2, member of our Partners Council, my friend and yours from upstate New York, as you'll be able to tell from his accent, Mr. Brent Palmer.
That's right. You can tell with my accent, New York City. Just kidding. So yeah, Alabama, sweet home, Alabama. Rick, thanks for having me on. I'm listening to the transformation stories tonight with a big smile on my face, because that's what it's all about. So thanks for having me.
You're welcome. And you know what, we are in such a unique place in time, aren't we? And I thought maybe I would just say, what is it that excites you about where we are, and why is that a unique place in terms of what you're seeing?
Absolutely. And kind of like you tonight, Rick, I'm in a remote location where I'm actually doing an in-home, I call it a level up party. We spending some time with some people here talking about NewAge, and Jen's got the right frame of mind. For all of us on here, now is the time to be sharing what we're excited about. And Jen saying, I made it my number one goal to roll over what I would say, roll over every rock. And when I say that, I mean people, to tell them about what, you're excited about, or what she's excited about with NewAge. And, ultimately right now, Rick, I'm excited because, to me, everybody on the call, I'm very fortunate, and I thank God every day for this opportunity and put me to where I am in this company, because I get to hear what's coming, and being on the Partners Council, and just today we had a huge call with Africa and so many people's on, and so the excitement with the company and seeing what's coming, sometimes it can get a little overwhelming, Rick, especially when you think about this weekend. We've got this whole second wave of the convergence going on with the website and the app, and we need all of that for the field to tell the story of how great NewAge is going to be. But when you really look at it and you boil it back down, what does Brent Palmer have to do to get this? And what do you on the call, you listening in, you watching the recording, what do we got to do to really find ourselves in the heat of the run of this company? Well, we got to build a distribution channel of independent distributors just like you and me, and bring in customers that just want to use our amazing products. And here's what's so cool. We've got a company that is vowed to do two things. And Rick, I was with you at corporate just a few weeks ago, and a company that, when you look at what they're going to do, they're going to produce the healthiest products that you could possibly want to put in and on your body. And think about the world around you. Think about the people that struggle with their energy level or with their weight loss, or they're constantly saying they just don't feel good. And to think that we've got products that our companies vow to put the best of the best of the best in people's body and on their body. But also for the people that's willing to go share their name, to go expand the network, to go bring in customers and brand partners. A company that's vowed to share in the wealth of this company going to billions and billions of dollars. It's just, I find myself at this place going, man, I could just pinch myself. And we're sitting here tonight, and if we could just put a 90-day run together. Like, I'm not talking about, I started to say till the end of the year, but let's just say over the next 90 days. If over the next 90 days, everybody in North America that's on this call or listening to the recording just put their head down and said, you know what? I'm going to make a list. I'm going to go out I'm just going to do it all. Whether that's in-home parties, whether that's calls on Zooms, one-on-ones at coffee shops, I'm going to sit down, and in the next 90 days, I'm going to see how many people I can share what I'm excited about. I can share NewAge with. I can share our amazing products with. I can share our hope for getting the finances as this company's willing to pay us to share over the next 90 days. And I can get to the end of 90 days. Do you realize that if you were somebody that was willing to do that right now, with where our company is and where we're going and the things we're launching over the next 90 days, that's what I'm excited about, Rick, is because I'm not talking about a year down the road. I'm not talking about 6 months down the road. I'm talking about 90 days from right now, this call tonight. If we put our head down and we focused on just sharing with people that do not know about us, with what the company, Rick, what you guys are bringing to the table over the next 90 days, it's going to put your business into momentum, into overdrive. And for the people that build a distribution channel right now of independent distributors like you and me, with what we've got coming, it's going to put our business into this rocket ship that I'm not so sure the industry's ever witnessed. So Rick, for me, that's what I'm excited about, because the ball's in my court, right? All I've ever wanted as I've built in this industry is just give me the ball. Let me go control my own destiny. And that's what we really have right now. Each and every one of us, we control our own destiny. We can choose to be lazy. Let's be honest. How many of us had moments in our life where we were lazy and we chose not to go all in? Or we can choose to go, you know what? I see it. Man, I see our company is producing amazing products. I see our companies being innovative. I see our companies working in the right sector. This is my moment. If you choose to be that person and go all in and take over the next 90 days and say, you know what? I'm going to put this in front of people every day. Get to the end of the week, celebrate how many people I put in front of it. Here's what I can promise you. People will come to this. And the seeds you plant, even if they don't come today or this week, they will come from the seeds you planted. So Rick, that's what I'm excited about. And you might have a few other questions for me, but it is a special time to be in this company.
It is, Brent. And of course, you're one of the big leaders in the field, and I'm over the North America market. And so people will say, well, yeah, of course they would say that. But, we bring a few combined years experience together. If you add mine, it's like 100, but, we are telling you from our heart that there is a very unique place in time right now. And what's coming this weekend is going to make every conversation easier. It's going to make every presentation easier. the expanded phase 2 version of the app, the NewAge Share app, the web experience, the single self-replicated site, the shopping experience, the enrollment process, all of that is brand new. And Brent, you've seen sneak previews of this. How much simpler is this going to be for people? And that's why you're putting, you're saying do it now before the rush, in a sense.
Absolutely. I've seen behind the scenes. I've looked at behind the scenes of the out, and one of the things that's important for us on the front lines is to be able to have a story that makes sense to people. This weekend, all that unfolds for you in the field, for all of us in the field. But the out, to have a place, and Rick, me and you've talked about it many of times, communication is so important. Like to be able to plug into a source where there's daily communication. And one of the strong things about the out that I'm so excited about is when a new rep enrolls with us, or all of us that are on here, when we wake up in the morning, we're going to be able to plug into almost like a news center for NewAge. There's never going to be this thing to where you go, I didn't know about that. Like, where was that? Where do I find that? Like, I don't know. No, it's all there in an app, in a world where that's all we tune into, whether it's we're shopping on the marketplace with an app, or we're checking our stocks on an app, or we're working out to an app. Now we have a NewAge Share app that we can plug into that is going to be where the entire library is for this company. And that to me is super exciting. I've seen the inside of it. I'm so excited we're getting that this weekend. And it goes back to, Rick, it's the company proving again that we're giving you, and we're putting our money and we're putting our work to what we say we're going to go do, and that is to become the #1 social selling company in this sector. We're going to lead by disruption and doing things and putting the brand partners first. It's just another example of what they're doing. When I was out there, Rick, I got to say this to everybody, because everybody's like, man, we want it now, and we wish we had it last week. And I was out there, and I don't think you can really put perspective around it until you're with the people. And to see how many people are employed and got all hands on deck to getting this job done, this is not a small task. This is they're pulling off one of the biggest tasks that any company in our industry, age-old industry, has ever tried to do. We're doing it. We're doing it effective. And this weekend will be another great example of that.
And again, I'm trying to bring it all down perspective-wise, Brent, because sometimes when you know things, we're talking like, we're almost giddy. We're excited about it. What does it mean to you? Let's say and I know there's somebody that's a guest on tonight. So what does that mean to you as a guest that's on tonight? What does it mean to you as a brand new person that Brent is saying the company's doing things that are trend setting, that are the biggest in the industry? Well, what it means is energetically, it just like amplifies every conversation that you ever have with anybody. 2 years ago, or even, how many years ago did you join Limu, Brent? It was 7 years ago? 8?
10 years ago?
10,
Yes.
10 years ago.
Yes.
Sorry, I cut you short there for a minute. 10 years ago, you joined Limu, and it was not an easy conversation at first because it was so new, and it was new to you. And Limu was not at that time going into massive growth. It did eventually go into some massive growth, but when you have a conversation during a time where it's a company that people are talking about, it makes every conversation just that much easier and that much more effective. And so that, even though we're talking about big things and industry setting and nothing's ever happened like this, and Brent's absolutely right, and it's a public company, so you can share in the growth of the stock as well. But the reality is, it means that every conversation that every one of us has, from the brand new person that's a guest tonight that signs up tomorrow, to the biggest leader everyone has that equal opportunity to share in that energy. And that is cool.
Yeah, absolutely. You nailed exactly what I told the guest in the room tonight, next door. I was sitting in front of them and I said, listen, here's what this is for us tonight. Like you, that's sitting in a room that's not involved. It's a chance for you to level up. I mean, level up your health, level up your finances with a company the world does not know about. And the company has decided to play in a sector that everybody in the world knows about. And that's direct to the consumer. That's an Amazon feel. That's a sector that people can play through an app to be in the game. And you don't have to know every bit and piece about that to know, okay, if they're direct to the consumer and they're playing in an Amazon field where everybody's buying today, then I probably need to pay attention to that model. This company's found a way to go into that model. The world does not know about them. How do I get started? And when you look at people and go, listen, for the price of a kid's Xbox, you can get started with us. You know, you can buy a starter pack, and here's the deal. You don't have to go sell anything. You just use what you get. Use our amazing products so you can get a transformation, so you can see how good they are. And then, hey, invite 4 people to come level up with you, right? As you start to experience it. When I looked 10 years ago, Rick, at the risk versus the reward of I could do that one time, and what could it turn into if this company grows and grows and grows? I look at it today and go, there's no risk to this. If you're a guest on here, you're watching this recording, you're hearing, mark it down, whether you get involved with us or not, you're hearing about a company that is going to go to the top of this age-old industry, but it's going to do it in a disruptive way, a way that people will then write books about down the road. And you're hearing about it right now. So what should go on right now is it's kind of like how all the brilliant minds around the world that's had success over the years, not even in our industry and other industries, just yesterday we put a man in outer space on an airplane, right? And if you talk to those people, here's what they say. When you find an opportunity the world does not know about, you get involved with it and then you figure it out. That's actually the safe play of how people go from good to great and then on to significant. So Rick, again, I am so excited, so passionate, because I know that we're going to change so many lives together with NewAge, and we're just getting started. So thanks for having me tonight.
Amen. Yeah. And you can join a couple of really good looking guys like us, right?
That's right. Absolutely.
Just kidding, everybody. But Brent, thank you again for being on the call tonight. Jen and Paula, especially, Paula being on the spur of the moment and not being prepared. Awesome job tonight. Jen, thank you for sharing your testimony as well. It was just so inspiring to have both of you on. Dan, thank you for being my business partner and the GM of US and the fantastic job that you do. Anthony, as always, for my being there for me and helping me manage these calls. It's awesome. And Brent, I didn't know what you were going to say tonight, but you're going to love this quote. So I always end the calls in a quote, and I love the way this always works out. No more excuses. No more self-sabotage. No more self-pity. No more comparing yourself to others. Time to step up. Take action right now and start living your life with purpose. So with that,